And hello everyone and welcome to NRL or Nitrous Racing League. Today we are here for PS Tier 1 here racing here today. We're here around the iconic Silverstone. As you can see, we're here right now with Wiggly still here through his lap, and he's currently going to try and get a very nice lap. As you can see through Maggots and Beckett's, really nicely done here. And he's going to have a 1 minute 4.2 in the middle sector. Not quick enough to be purple, but definitely let's see what can Mr. Wiggly Style do here. Is he going to salvage the final sector? Let's see through now Vale Chicane, the final chicane. And now Tiger sets the first lap of 1 minute 27.9, just on the knife edge of the 127s. But Miss Wiggly Style goes P3 here, as David just goes P1 here with 1 minute 27.3 on the mediums, as well as Wiggly Style on the mediums. We've got a lot of drivers here on the medium compound of tyres. As you can see, Stretch Artiste as Piero goes P2 now, 3/10 now, so good lap there from Pierre. And Taco now goes into P5 as well, as now Stretch Artist through the middle sector. Now he's going to try and push the car now through Stone now, and now he's going to ride the curb here, and now through the final chicane of Vale here, the left and the left and the right, and then we've got the final corner, and he's going to go P3 here, just about 600ths from Tiger Assassin here. So think Taco's going for another lap. I don't think though, and he is, I think. So let's see what can the Mercedes do here. He's currently going through Maggots and Beckett here. It's important to use a lot of curb because you want to maximize the speed around that type of section. Now through the hanger straight, you want to try and now get a nice braking point and set for Stowe here. Try not to go too wide to invalidate. Now on board with the front wing, now going to Vale Chicane and then approaching the Hamilton straight, and then we'll cross the line, and it's going to be a 1 minute 27.0 for Vertaco, and that is a very, 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 very nice lap there from the Mercedes, and tops the timesheets at the moment with a 1 minute 27.0. Let's see, can anyone on the mediums go on the 126 time board? Natty's on an outlap, as well as the players, as well as an outlap as he leaves the session, so I think he must have glitched. Wiggly Style is going into the pits. Born Evil as well follows Stretch Artiste, but that's a very good lap from Taco, and he goes to first position by 3/10, so a very neat lap from the Mercedes. As now let's see, can anyone try and beat that time? Let's go on board with Natty here. Very shortly we'll be starting a lap here, so let's go on board with the Alpine driver now through the final corner. Obviously make sure you get a wide line, make sure you don't get a lot of oversteer here, so you get a nice exit, gets a bit of oversteer on the rear there. That does quite happen often. But now through the first part, through club now, and then through the first part here, and now you want to try and go very nicely on the curbs here, and as you can see there, Natty doing a nice job now through the straight. Now I forgot what this but now we go we go through now Brooklyn's. He's purple in the first sector here. Now we'll go through Loftfield now, making sure you get the traction out of the corner, and there, as you can see, pinpoints the traction. Nice corner there from Natty. Now through Cobbs, famously known for the Hamilton-Verstappen collision in the British Grand Prix, and that is Natty spinning. The tyres must have absolutely lit up. All the rear is very, very unstable there in the Alpine, but that is Natty spinning I'm facing the wrong way of the track. As you can see now, he's going to go off track here because there's two cars with Tiger and Ural David now just behind him. But Natty, very, very unfortunately, he's actually going very well there, Natty. So now he's going to cool his tyres down, and maybe if he has enough fuel on the ERS, he can go for another lap on those mediums. So let's see what can URL David do. Can he beat that 1 minute 27.079 from Takeo, which he said. So let's go on board for a lap. Yeah, so now through the final corner, and then through the Hamilton straight goes URL David over 295 kilometers an hour, and then through Club we go, and now it's gonna be turn 3. Now you want to go through turn 4 nicely here, braking, and then going down to second gear, going shift up a gear for the traction, and using the curb on the right hand side if you need to. Now through the first straight we go here with David, very nicely done, and that could be a purple flag sector. It is by 600s here through Brooklands and now through Lovefield here, making sure you get a very, very nice exit here, which he does. Uses the curb of the exit there, utilising all the track possible here, so you can get that perfect lap. So now through Cobbs here, using all the curb possible as well as the inside curb there, and now through Maggots and Beckett's, you want to maximise the track, use all the track possible here, because you want to have a very good Maggots and Beckett's. Obviously, if you don't get good Maggots and Beckett's, it could be very, very bad. But currently, David's going purple in the middle in the first sector, and he's currently 2.5 tenths up. So, can we see David here going quickest? He's very, very tight right now. Now through Vale, very nicely done, not a lot of problems with the traction, and now crossing the line, it's going to be a 127.1, and it's just around 300ths behind. 300ths behind Takeo, so Takeo really will have a gasp of breath there as he manages to edge off one of the McLarens, the only McLaren today, as Piero's currently on the lap, but I believe he's backed out. Yes, he has. Tyle's on the lap. Let's see what he can do here through the first couple of corners. Nice, but he's backed out. Stretch Artiste is as well on the lap. Let's see what can Wiggly Style do here through Cops. As you can see, it doesn't take a lot of inside curb, and the thing is that it's not very good to take if you don't take a lot of inside curb, because it's that you don't just you go a bit wide, but someone's gone and that's Piero, just at the end of Beckett's spun. Now he manages to recover to circuit very, very nicely and comfortably. Now let's go on board again with Wiggly Style here. Through Vale, goes a bit deep, and the wall goes a bit wide there, so quite difficult there for Wiggly Style, but it's going to be a 127.3, and that it proves to be a very good lap, but there could be a lot of improvements here, so Wiggly Style can still do something in his lap. 5 minutes left in this qualifying session as drivers setting their laps. There's 3 tenths up currently for Stretch Artiste in the first sector, so he's doing really good. The players gets disqualified for parking in a dangerous location, so he's going to get now disqualified after this session, and our Stretch Artiste is going to give it absolutely everything here. And now you want to, of course, as I said, you want to use all the curb. We nearly invalidated by going too much on the inside, but manages to do Maggots and Beckett successfully through the hanger straight here, over 300 kilometers per hour. The DRS is open now through Stowe. Brief braking and goes a bit deep, wide, and does the same thing as I did before for a different league, and that's what happened. Only when Luca Rosman's retired from the session, and I believe he has a qualifying ban, if I am not mistaken. Dirk is currently on the lap, so let's see what he can do here in the Williams, but he's unfortunately invalidated. Wiggly Style is he's currently going for an in lap here because his fuel is quite low, so obviously there will not be a chance for him to set a lap, because obviously the top speed limit will be dramatically reduced, but as well as Dirk has not got a lot of ERS and fuel, so you go into the pits. But we've got Boniva and Natty now going through, but let's see what can Natty do here. Is he, let's see, can he try and get a nice lap here? Let's see what can the British driver do here. Now preparing the exit here, as it's very crucial, and now it's going to be full throttle here, not making a mistake as he did it when he prepped the first lap, and now through the first lap, as you could see there, first corner quite wide, or deep I should say, through first corner, but turn 3, he's done quite a bit of a small drift there from the Alpine, but going very confidently through turn 4, now turn 5, and now we go on to the first DRS zone with Natty here. So through now the first sector, is he going to go purple? He's by 400th, so not a lot of improvement. Tiger kind of is in the way, and he invalidates not because of Tiger. He went too much on the inside curb, so Natty in trouble here as Takeo could be going out to the pits. David is going out to the pits now as we speak. Piero as well, Stretch Artiste. Tiger's going for an outlap as well. But Born Evil now is on the lap currently. Let's go on board with a Red Bull now. Currently nicely through here. Quite calm steering from the British driver, but currently really flying here. And it's going to be a 27.4 in the first sector, and that is quite nice there for the Red Bull. Now taking a very wide line here so you can get the speed out of the exits. The players has joined back, so I think he must have disconnected, but he's been disqualified though, so he won't be able to take part again. But as you can see through Cops, he does have a bit of a wiggle on the rear there. The rear really tends to be your enemy there through Cops. As you can see now, we see the Red Bull flying through Maggots and Beckett's here. Really nicely done here from Bon Evil, really aggressive. As you can see, a 1:35 in the middle sector here, and he's currently flying here, and he's absolutely doing the job he wants to. He's currently P8 here with Natty currently on the lap, so Bonnie was threatened, under threat to being 9th here in the session, but is he gonna say no to that? He does say no, and he goes provisional pole by 0.10 of a second, and that is a fantastic lap. Takeo does come out. David's on a lap, are just about to be on a lap. Wiggly Style, Piero as well is about to be on a lap. Let's go on board with David here to try and get the first lap done here. Someone's slowing down a Stretch Artiste here, trying to let the others by, but David, is he gonna try and get pole position here from Bon Evil here? We've got around a minute remaining. Wiggly Style currently slowing down dramatically, but for purple first sector for David, he's really doing the job here. And obviously Silverstone does tend to be very, very close for racing as well as for qualifying. As you can see that Bon Evil lets his rival through here for qualifying, and David goes a bit, does it quite nicely though. Goes a bit deeper, nicely done. As you can see, he's really pushing the car, and he's doing the job here. And as you can see, DRS is on 1:29 in the middle sector. And remember, Bon Evil's done a 0.4, a 3.4 in the middle sector. So that shows how quick he's currently going here. And now through Vale Chicane here, he just can't invalidate. I think this lap is gonna be a pole position material. Is it gonna be? Oh my word, URL David does manage to go full of fastest of all, but we've got Takeo on a lap who's invalidated. So that is over for Takeo. Wiggly Cell currently up by 200ths here, so could we see Wiggly Cell here qualifying his teammate? Tiger's currently on the lap. But look at Wiggly style, he's pushing the car. But is it gonna be pole position here? He's gonna gain 9/10 here, but he's 500 down. So it looks like David will take the pole position. But Dirk is on a lap currently. Let's see how he is going. Wiggly style through Stowe here, and we're gonna quickly have a look at Dirk here. He's currently doing a 27.6. And he's 1.34, but that is not going to be close. But Wiggly style crosses the line. He managed to go a 10th quicker, but it's not close enough. But look at Stretch Artiste. He's gone second fastest, 26.6, and he manages to take second place. He manages to take a spot in the front row. Takeo will unfortunately have to take fourth, but you'll have the strategy choice of tyres. Natty is slowing down with no front wing. So something has happened to Natty here, so let's see what happened, but I don't know what happened really. Could have been a spin, but Natty crosses the line here. And now it's the end of qualifying here. So we've got URL David, who takes pole position by 2/10 from Stretch Artiste or Artiste. I'm not sure, but I'll go for Artiste because I think it's kind of more of a relevant one. So Stretch Artiste takes second, with Born Evil third, Takeo fourth, and Invalidate. So we have got URL David taken first from Stretch Artiste, Born Evil, Takeo, Wiggly Style, Dirk, Tiger, Piero, Natty, and then the two drivers who could had a penalty, who was only one Luca Rosman from disqualification, and their players who got apparently disqualified for going from the wrong way. I'm not sure why, but now we've got the race. Yeah, so strategy-wise, obviously, strategy is quite simple around the circuit. So Taiwan, but yeah, currently, we could see an interesting strategy here, obviously, and it's going to be sunny, so no rain here in Silverstone. So we're going to see now a very, very, very interesting race here. So strategy-wise, it's going to be medium to soft if you're starting on the mediums, and soft to medium if you're going onto the soft at the start of this Grand Prix. So only one Luca Rosman, and the player will have a free choice of tyres, but also now we're just quickly waiting. Now, so now I've got 30 seconds, so so yeah, we could see a very, very heated start. Obviously, overtaking here does tend to be quite challenging. Obviously, you might disagree because obviously the DRS around here is extremely powerful, but we'll see what will happen here. So now we're starting, which is the formation lap. So I'll quickly just get all the spectator menu settings on here. Just get a quick interval, gaps, the tyres. So we've got only one Luca Rosman, actually 10th, so it's just the players, and Takeo as well as Piero on the mediums here, so they'll be on the strategical advantage here, as now we will see 26 laps here at Silverstone. So David, obviously last week ago, he done a fantastic race and dominated. Obviously safety car, absolute massacre around Zandvoort last week, if you saw. But David capitalised, but unfortunately strategy did not go his way at the end of his race, and he managed to go second place. I believe, or third place after all, so he's going to be very happy from that. No, I believe he got first. Actually, sorry, he did get P1. As now the drivers will get to warm up their tyres and to get to make sure their tyres are up to temperature and make sure everything is nicely ready. So Stretch Artiste here could do a very nice race here, as well as Born Evil here, who's a very, very fast driver. He's a very quick driver. Obviously we've got the two Mercedes very close to each other, so we'll see what will happen here for this first race here for Silverstone this season, as in the tier 1. So now everyone will be warming up the tyres. Like you see there, Takeo really warm up his rear there as well, with Willie Style just behind him here warming up. And make sure now you tuck your seatbelts in, and we will get ready to go for the British Grand Prix, as now we will see hopefully a very clean start, no safety cars, because obviously last week was quite treacherous, but hopefully it will be a nice clean race. But now everyone will be lining up on the grid here to start this race. And now the AI of the players will now join the rest of the grid here. Now they're waiting for him here. As you can see, now we'll be starting very shortly, and let's see who will prevail from whatever position. So we'll see what will happen here. So we're waiting now for the lights to count down, as now the players is lined up here for this race here. And now the lights count down here from 1 to 5. 5 red lights here for NRL PS Tier 1 British Grand Prix. Lights out and away we go. Earl David gets a fantastic start. Stretch Artiste does get a nice start, but Born Evil and Vertago are side by side. But Born Evil does manage to get ahead, but Taco's on the inside. He prevails to the inside and gets into third place, and that could be very important here. Dirk's trying to go down the inside of Wiggly Style. He managed to get the move up, but Wiggly Style's trying to go round the outside of Dirk, but now Dirk will be under threat here from Wiggly Style. Wiggly Style tries to go down the inside, goes a bit deep. Only with Luca Rosman has done a very nice start, and he goes round the outside of Wiggly Style. Well, now Wiggly Style could have another position lost here, and as you can see, Natty makes a mistake, and Wiggly Style nearly collects into him. But now Tiger and Wiggly Style will now be side by side through cops, and now Wiggly Style has gone wide here, and this is a very, very traumatic start from Wiggly Style. He's down to 10th here, and I'm not sure what happened, but I think he might have damage. But David currently leading this Grand Prix here. But we've got Dirk here really pressurising Born Evil here, who goes wide on the track, but he's going to go down the inside of Born Evil. There's some touching between the both cars. Born Evil goes wide here, and now Born Evil will be massively out of frame. Will Dirk go down the inside of Club here on the Hamilton straight? Is Dirk going to go for the move? He does. What a move. He nearly spins it, does Dirk, but Dirk gets ahead of Born Evil and manages to get P4 here. Born Evil trying to attack Bowie, as only when Luca Rosman's trying to have a look at Born Evil here. Let's see how Brooklyn's here. Will he try to get the move here? He's using his overtake button on board with the Williams. He's going to have a massive send. Down the inside, he brakes very, very late, but he now has the chance to maybe have a nice move round the outside. Born Evil, I believe, has stayed in P5 at the moment. So yeah, Dirk now has built a gap here, so Takeo staying nicely in the DRS of Stretch Artiste and URL David. They've both stayed in this pack as Natty gets a 3-second time penalty here at lap 2, so Natty won't be pleased about that, but my interval gaps have just resetted. But now Born Evil will be trying to attack Luke Rosman's teammate Dirk, who's now attacking Born Evil here on the outside of Stowe, sorry, as he manages as Born Evil manages to defend the position and stay in P5 though, but two Williams are it's a Williams sandwich here which Born Evil is in. Taiko gets a fast lap of 1:29.5 and it's the third lap, so DRS is enabled, so now Born Evil will have quite an easier overtaking chance here, and obviously at Brooklands will be one of the chances here. So now through the first straight here, DRS is going to be online for the Red Bull, but now it's going to be a massive overspeed. The DRS is so powerful around here. Born Evil goes round the outside, Dirk goes deep himself, and now only Luke Rosman tags Born Evil there and nearly spins in doing so, and now Dirk is going to try and defend here, and it could be a side-by-side from two cops, but there won't be, as Luke Rosman was really close here to Born Evil, nearly actually going into position of overtaking there, but that doesn't happen here. So, and now we could see another chance here. Born Evil will have another bite of the cherry here. Dirk's using the overtake button. Born Evil is not, but now Born Evil's going to go round the outside, around Stowe. Dirk is going to stay on the inside, as now Dirk will now have the outside of Vale, but Born Evil has now, I think only one who has tapped Dirk at the back of the Williams there, so a lot of action going on there. Dirk is really trying to get past Born Evil now, tries to have a look on the inside of Club, but now he'll have another chance to go down the inside as he tries to get the DRS. Born Evil stays there, but he tries to nearly contact between the pair of them, but Dirk stays ahead, and Born Evil does have the DRS now, so Dirk will be under threat from Born Evil, but only one Luca Rosman's attacking. Is it going to be a double overtake for only one Luca Rosman? It could be. He has the inside line on Dirk, but Dirk defends the position. Born Evil's behind, and now this is very, very clean racing between the two Williams and the Red Bull. Tigers getting involved here as Born Evil slowing down, and it looks to be wing damage from Born Evil. Oh no, that was so unfortunate for him, as he was doing such a nice job battling here, but now I believe he's got wing damage here. But that is a very, very unfortunate message there. We've got now only one Luke Rosman trying to have a look on Dirk here. Dirk defends successfully, and now we'll have only one Luca Rosman just behind his back here, and now Tiger is as well behind him here. So we've got around a 4-car trade actually, 5 actually, sorry. But David now currently P1, and quite quietly Taiko has managed to overtake Stretch Artiste. David currently now in outside the DRS zone of Taiko, so Taiko now will try and get in the DRS as David will slowly start to go off in a couple of laps time, as we'll now look at this battle between Luca Rosman and Dirk here. Tiger gets a 3-second time penalty as well as Stretch Artiste a couple of laps ago. But now, as you can see, Luca Rosman, I think he has a very, very low downforce setup. But I think he does, ladies and gentlemen. But only one Luca Rosman pushing the car. He's pushing Dirk all over the circuit here in Silverstone. But he'll have a nice shot here. Only one Luca Rosman from 10th now to 4th. If he managed to get moved on, Dirk nearly moves over only one Luca Rosman. The two Williams teammates nearly clash, but only one Luca Rosman gets ahead of Dirk. But Dirk will try and have a look, but he doesn't manage to get the move done into Vale, but he'll try and get the move done here on only one Luca Rosman. He's not, but he's going to stay behind here, as well as Tiger will try, as I believe just got a warning there, cutting just too much of the inside at club, but that is Natty nearly clipping the Tiger's rear there, so Natty needs to watch out there so he doesn't get any damage himself. But Natty's going to hang in there with Tiger and Piero behind him here in the DRS, but yeah, Natty and Piero have saved up quite a lot of ERS here, and Piero's on 100% ERS here, so that's very, very good for him here. And now Wiggly Star will now maybe have a fight here for the 10th, for 10th here, just for 1 point, between Wiggly Star and Born Evil. As now Dirk now will try and go for a move on only one Luca Rosman again. Here we could see an interesting battle here between the Williams again, as Piero gets a move done on Natty. So Natty starts, something happened to him, but Dirk with the overspeed of the DRS gets ahead of only one Luca Rosman, moves up into 5th, moves up to 4th, and Natty gets another 3-second time penalty here. So as you can see, Natty has got a bit of tyre wear issues here. If you look on the tyres, they are quite hurt, so Natty will soon need to pit for some fresh medium tyres, which will be waiting for him in the pit in around 3, 4, 5 laps time here in this race. So the gap between Takeo and David currently the same, nothing really changing between them. Stretch RT staying in the DRS, but only Luke Rosman's just about closing in on Dirk here. But obviously ERS management here is quite easy. If you just have the DRS, you can just save a lot of battery here. But yeah, Piero and Natty are pretty much managing it. They're not really doing any unnecessary ERS usage. Tiger gets a 3-second time penalty, which could affect him at the end of this race, as only one Luke Rosman will have a look for a move. Dirk moving left and right here to break the slipstream, and only one Luke Rosman, I don't think wants to overtake him, but Tiger, it looks to be very close to only one Luke Rosman, but Tiger tries to look for the move. Is he going to have a look? He's not, he's going to stay behind here, and we'll try and get maybe only one Luke Rosman very shortly, as it can happen, as a stretch artiste does actually unfortunately, oh, someone spun, and that's Natty in the gravel just before turn 3. Natty is spun, and that is unfortunate for Natty. That is not gonna really be a good message for him. His tyres are very hurt now, and that could be a sign of tyre wear problems for the other drivers as well, not just Natty, as now it's lap late of 26, so we've got around 14 laps left in this race. And as you can see, only one Luke Rosman and Tiger go quite wide at Cops. And now I could show Piero signs of a bit of a time when Tiger could be struggling, but Piero stays behind here. But Dirk is weaving constantly, but only one Luke Rosman stays behind here. I think he wants to charge his ERS here, only one Luke Rosman. I think he really wants to charge that ERS so he can have the maximum power to attack when he wants to. And Luke Rosman does get a 3-second time penalty though, of 3 seconds, so that could impact him at the end of this race, unless the other drivers around the grid get penalties. As David currently trying, just managing the gap here, as Stretch Artist gets a 3-second time penalty, but Takeo now will maybe try and start catching up here to David here, but we'll see what will happen. But only one Luke was still just behind Dirk, but look how much battery only one Luke Rosman has charged. A couple laps ago it was around 30%, but now in lap 9 is 90%. So that just shows how a lot of ERS you can charge up here with just having the DRS here. But let's see, only one Luke Rosman maybe face the attack now. But I don't think, is he going to put the ERS on? He is not. But Dirk is going to just stay ahead here at the moment. Here, but only one Luke tries to have a look on the inside there, or maybe that's the way he takes it. But Tiger going down the inside now of only one Luca Rosman, and now they'll be side by side. But Tiger manages to, but sadly Tiger stays behind only one Luca Rosman. But nice attempt here as Stretch Artist goes into the pit, looking for an undercut strategy, which is extremely powerful around here, and it could prove a threat for the other drivers. But now we could see a massive difference here for the lead. The lead could change hands. Let's see, but now Dirk now currently still defending it from immense pressure from only one Luke Rosman. There's yellow flags, and that is Stretch Artiste, and that it is absolutely crucial here because he was going for the undercut, but now this is going all in the bin now. That is very unfortunate. And now David will probably go into the pit. He is, and Takeo will stay out as obviously expected, and will now take the lead of this race, and now will try and go around lap 16 or 17 to get some soft tires on. So now he'll lead this race from now on. I will now make that strategy work. But let's see now, has the strategy still paid off? But I doubt it. And yeah, I doubt it. So that was very unfortunate. The player now into P6 here with all the drivers pitting. Dirk is pitted, but only one Luca Rosman still not pitting, as well as Tiger. The only two soft runners still left to pit, but Takeo the players and Piero, who have not pit yet and will surely pit in a couple of laps then. As currently we can see that Piero could maybe have look for an attack on Tiger now because of his tyres, but Piero gets a bit of a sloppy exit out of Beckett, but he could maybe go for the move here, but Tiger's got absolutely zero charge. Tiger's trying to go for a move, but Piero very close. Only one who calls him and Tiger go into the pit. Piero stays out. So that means then now the players will be P3 now because of everyone pitting. So now it will be now the top three who start the three drivers who start on the mediums will be now the top three in this race currently. As David now into P4, and now will just basically carry this to the end. So Takeo doesn't get an overcut. The gap currently is around 27 seconds. Yeah, so the gap is quite monstrous. But I don't think, but someone's spinning at Stretch Artist again. So Stretch Artist is having an absolutely a disgusting race here. And this is not going to plan here. And let's see now, can Stretch Artist maybe fight back? But 2 spins here, and that's put him to P8 from P3. So that is a massive setback from the Haas. And let's see, can he try and fight back here, which will be a difficult task. But Wiggly Star is now currently still P10 behind Born Evil here. They're both fighting. Only one Luca Rosman now with the pressure now instead of Dirk. Let's see, will only one Luca Rosman defend? He won't defend here because he's only one Luca Rosman is too much ahead, as David says a fastest lap of 1 minute 28.816, and that is going to be the fastest lap of this race. And let's see if it will be to the end of this race, as Takeo still just comfortably leading this race. And now we'll just try and carry these tyres here to the end of this Grand Prix, but obviously it will pit in around a couple of laps time. As someone has spun a Dash Stretch Artiste again. That's the second time in 2 laps. As Bonnie gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And that could be quite unfortunate for him, because he wanted to maybe get 8th, but now Wiggly Star will take that because he has no penalties against his name right now. But we'll have a quick look at the warnings of. But yeah, Takeo's currently got 2 warnings. Piero's got 1. The players have 2. David's got 2 as well. Only one Luca Rosman has around, I think, 2 penalties and 2 warnings. So only one Luca Rosman can get another one. But maybe not 2 penalties, but a couple ones possibly for collisions here. Dirk's kind of gone back here from only one Luca Rosman, so I think yeah, because the ERS he's used a lot of battery. The Tiger here, and I'll have a nice trap to get Dirk here with the DRS, and obviously the car ahead of him, which is Dirk, does not have DRS because of his teammate being outside the 1 second to have the DRS online, so Tiger will have a chance. He is using the ERS, but I don't think he'll be close enough to go for the move here. Tiger is getting quite close, but not close enough, as now we will see Tiger still pressuring here. Dirk, Tiger really trying to, get in that DRS, getting as close as he humanly can now, because he wants to probably get this move done now and not later. As you can see, Tiger now sees Dirk has absolutely no ERS and no DRS, and as you can see, look at the power loss Dirk has because of no ERS, and Tiger gets past Dirk here with the DRS and the ERS to his hand, and he utilizes it very nicely and manages to take 6th position here. Wiggly Star gets past Bon Evil. Bon Evil tries to sail around the outside here very confidently, and now Wiggly Star will be trying to fight back here. Bon Evil and Wiggly Star have a bit of a bash with each other, as now Bon Evil does defend the position, but Wiggly Star's going to go down the inside a club of Bon Evil here. Bon Evil going back on the circuit. Wiggly Star now will try and go for the inside here. Bon Evil confidently goes round the outside, and now they're both fighting all the way around, and Stretch Artiste is getting involved in this fight. And now Wiggly Star and now Bon Evil will now get overtaken by Stretch Artiste. Will now Wiggly Star overtake Bon Evil? He won't, And there's yellow flag in sector 1, and that's Natty again, where he spun at the start of this race. So very unfortunate for him, nearly has a spin again. So Natty not really having the best of races here in the NRL League PS Tier 1. But Dirk currently now maybe going for a look on Tiger, but Tiger's using all his battery as the player goes into the pits. Taker goes into the pits as well as Piero, so all the medium runners are going to the pits for fresh tyres here. And where is Taker? And the gap is quite big, 3.5, 3.7, 3.9, 4 seconds seems to be the gap for Taiko to take on for the last 10 laps. And now he'll have an insane amount of grip, and now he's already gained 2/10 on David, so David now will need to watch out from Taiko, because now Taiko will be pushing everything here. And let's see what can Taiko do here. And now all eyes will be on him. Pierre is now P6, and the play is ahead of Stretch Artiste, and Pierre will as well try and push to get more points for the Red Bull team as a constructor. So now Taiko currently pushing here. Obviously he wants to get the position and then get the win, but Taiko really pushing the car here, and this could be a very interesting fight, but we'll see how this plays out here. But I hope that it will play all nicely, so let's hope for a very neat fight if it happens. As Dirk closing on the Tiger, now he's going to have a look on, he's going to go down the inside. Very quick reactions here from Dirk. Tiger stays ahead. Piero now will get involved in this fight. Dirk currently now trying to interfere with Tiger, but we can't do that right now. He's got to wait a couple of moments here, a couple of corners, but he can do right now, as Tiger now has ERS here to defend, but Dirk has 40% as Tiger's only 20%, so Dirk now will try and use the ERS now, and now Tiger will be under pressure. He's going to have a look here, he won't, but he's very close here, and stays P4 at the moment, Tiger, as Pierre now looking to get the move done on Dirk here. Dirk uses a bit of battery to get ahead. Pierre's got 70%. That's someone off. So that's Natty again on the opposite side. And he managed to get back on track again. So unfortunate for Natty here in this race. Tiger now slows down. So I think he must have had a massive mistake. And now he moves down to P6. And Pierre will now have an opportunity to go for the move on Dirk. And only on Luca Rosman, as Tago that does set the fastest lap of 1 minute 28.625. The gap's now 2.8 seconds. So now we will see some drivers, especially David here, really worried for the attack of Tago here, as it could come every way, as the 4 players actually get the fastest lap now. 1 minute 28 that was a 1 minute 28.2, so the times are getting quicker. Hello to Dizzy Mason, good evening. As Tiger now will try and maybe get, as now Piero now looks to the move on Dirk. He's going to try and now go round the outside of Lovefield. He keeps the momentum and they're side by side. And that is a very nice battle between the pair of them. But I think Dirk is going to get the move, the defence done. But Pierre is still hanging in there. And now Dirk will be under pressure. Will Piero go for a move? He's looking left to right, right to left. But Piero still has to stay behind Dirk here, because Dirk is just defending for all his might. He'll now defend against Piero again now, and Piero, I think he's got now the position and moves up into P4 here, and I'll try and chase on to only one Luca Rosman here, who's now 1.2 seconds ahead of Piero, and Dirk now moves up into P5, moves down to P5 actually. Willie Stall and Born Evil side by side again, and Born Evil now has the inside, and Willie Stall has the out inside, and there's contact, and nearly ends up in a spin, but Born Evil ends up in a spin at the Hamilton Straight, and that is very unfortunate for him, as he now his tyres are now definitely hurt, as Piero now in the 7/10 of only one Luca Rosman, and the gap's now 1.9 seconds. We could see a very intense battle for the win here. Now Takeo needs to push until the end of the race here. As you can see, he is doing that here. Let's see, can he try and get the win here in NRL for Silverstone? And we've got now around 7 laps left in this Grand Prix until we finish this race, and then tomorrow obviously will be PS Tier 3, which Tiger will be commentating, and then on Thursday will be the PC Tier 1, if it does go to plan. Oh, that's only one Luca Rosman defending aggressively from Piero. Piero will try and send it to the outside. The grip he has, he can brake very late on those soft tyres, and but only one Luca Rosman confidently defends the position, and he really is defending. Dirk gets a 3 seconds at penalty now, and Piero will now try and fight only one Luca Rosman now. Again, is he going to try and have a look here? No, I think he will wait for the DRS zone to come, as he has it actually, it's right now the DRS zone, and Piero with the DRS button on, he's going to have the overspeed. He pulls out to go down the inside. Only one Luca Rosman is going to try and do a switchback, but only one Luca Rosman gives up the position and relegates down to P4. Piero moves up into the podium positions, and now I think that's everything from Piero here. Nice comeback, but now the gap's 1.2 seconds here, but Takeo's absolutely run out of ERS, and David is got around 20%, so it's very intense between the pair of them. Both of them are pushing here, so they can try and compete for the win here. David now just has 2/10 spare for the DRS here, now 1.5 tenths, and now just around the 100th mark now, as only one Luca Rosman gets past Piero, and only one Luca Rosman doing a very nice job of defending the players. Gets ahead of Tiger now, and now Tiger Assassin now moves on to P7 here, and now it looks, and look at that, Taker now into the 1 second mark, but he's not close enough to get detected in the DRS zone, so you're going to have the DRS. So now David will now start to feel the pressure now, very slowly from Takeo, so that could be a massive impact on this race. 9/10 now, just fluctuating around outside the 1 second margin. So this is a very interesting race, for sure. Very clean as well, not any safety cars, so very clean race, which we love to see in the NRL league of sort. As now URL David now will have to defend from Takeo very shortly. He's now 5/10, so now David will now try and seize the competition from Takeo, but Piero now will have a look on only one Luca Rosman, and now Piero does get ahead of only one Luca Rosman and moves up into P3 now, but now we all will now want to see this fight between Takeo and URL David 41 for the race win here in Tier 1, as now the pair of them will battle each other to the end and hopefully no collision will happen where there's actually no collision. It's a very neat race, only just taps and a small, very small collision. So one of the cleanest races I've saw and commentated on. So very happy to see that, but we could get cursed right now and there could be a massive collision here, but I hope that will not happen here. But Taker now getting closer each lap here too. David is now going to be in under insane pressure. Now, as you can see, 2/10 now, and now it looks to be now, as you can see, I think Taco now will look for the move. There's a Red Bull spinning, but Taco does get the position and he moves into the lead of the British Grand Prix. He's made up 4 seconds. And now David will try and go for the move here on Taco. So, but I'm not sure about that because the softer's still very good. But Bonneville, I believe, has spun down at the Wellington Straight, and is currently 22 seconds behind Wiggly Star here. Natty is at the back here as well. Here, so they're just going to pretty much go and cross the line if they want to go for the fast lap. Taco is weaving to break the slipstream. Yeah, so they're both battling here. But is it going to happen here, as now the Mercedes was going to defend from the McLaren. The McLaren slowly going back now, but David is using some battery and they have the same amount of ERS now between each other. They have 30% each, so now we could see a massive fight here, as now David, as you can see, is very good. Maggot and Beckett gets a better exit, does Taco, but now David will have the overspeed. Taco will defend here, most likely from David. David looks to the inside, but Taco defends it, and now we have just around 3 more laps remaining till the final. The race is now decided. No DNFs, yeah, no DNFs at all. This race has been very clean. No safety cars, no VSCs, no actual collisions. There's only been spins. There's no collision at all. So we really are happy to see. There's very clean racing, and obviously it's even better to see a battle for the win, to take the crown here at Silverstone. So we'll see what the outcome of this will be, but I hope it will be a positive one, as let's see what will happen here. So now it will be another bite of the cherry here from David. David still staying in the range of attacking, and Taco still trying to get a good exit. He does it once again, and now Taco now will be defending here, but I don't think. And David will go for the move here. He stays behind, but he's just about 10th behind now Taco. So it's going to be a very interesting race here. But now we're moving on to the penultimate lap of this Grand Prix, and then it will be the final lap, next lap. So now it will be intense here for the race win between the pair of them. Taco, his tyres are starting maybe to slowly go down the drain. David could have some tyre effect as well, so nothing is going to be decided yet. But Natty gets another 3-second time penalty, but still they have the exact, pretty much same amount of ERS. So as Bonneville gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting and multiple warnings, so Bonneville has 9 seconds now, with Tiger with 15 seconds. But we've got here a massive battle between a pair of the McLaren and the Mercedes. Is still immensely battling, but now the final lap will come, and there and from then on, it will be a very massive battle between the pair of them. DRS is online, but David, I don't think we'll go for the overtake. And now Takeo will have to get prepared. Only when Luca Rosman gets a 3-second time penalty, we could see maybe a move for third position for, but I don't think that will happen here as he tries to go. But now it's going to be the final lap here of this Grand Prix. 5 tenths separate first and second. Takeo is weaving. Only when Luca Rosman gets ahead of Piero. Piero has the inside though. Only when Luca Rosman aggressively gets ahead of Piero. Piero goes down into P4 once again on track. Because only Luca Rosman has a penalty of 6 seconds. Piero has no penalties. But now the main focus of this race is now Takeo. Now will be forced to defend now. And now this is where the race will go down the absolute wire here. And as you can see, David doesn't get a very good exit now. And 6 tenths now. So this could be the straw of this race. Now through Cops here, giving absolutely everything, 110% for the both. And now no mistakes allowed. Takeo cannot make a mistake. It's now 4 tenths. And now David's using all of his talent to get this position now. They're using the ERS. Is it going to be the move? Takeo's got no ERS. And now David could look for the move. He's trying to go around the outside. It's going to be another opportunity. And David nearly spins and catches it. And that's a spin from Born Evil. But, Takeo and David collide. Takeo and David collide in the final corner. Takeo wins, but David takes second place. What on earth has happened there? Piero gets past only Luca Rosman. They're battling out to the final corner. Only Luca Rosman dives it. Now Piero will take P3. What a massive comeback from Piero. The players will take fifth. From starting last. Dirk will take 6th, Tiger 7th, Stretch Artist will take actually 7th, Tiger 8th, Wiggly Star, a bit of a quiet race from him since the first lap when he had wing damage. He'll take P7 there, so some points there from Wiggly Star. Born Evil will now slowly go now to the line here, but that is a race to forget for Born Evil and Natty because of how much they've spun. But Born Evil now will round the final corner and end this race. But Born Evil now will take P10. But it will be Takeo taking the win here from David, then Piero taking a podium from 8th. Only one Luca Rosman from 10th. The 4 players takes 5th from 11th. Dirk, Wiggly Style, Stretch Artist, Tiger, Born Evil and Natty take the rest of the grid. And that is a very, very interesting race. And yeah. I don't know. But yeah, that is going to be the end of this race. and that is a very, very interesting one. But now I'm going to be ending this race. So thank you everyone for joining here today, and that is going to be the end of it today. Tomorrow will be the NRL Tier 3 PS PlayStation, for which Tiger will be commentating. For Thursday will be PC Tier 1, so we'll see what will happen for tomorrow. But thank you everyone for joining here, and I hope everyone has a great evening. I'll see you guys very, very soon next week. Thank you guys for joining. Have a great evening.